Welcome to the Lead Lab. Let's talk about something that doesn't show up in most leadership dashboards. It doesn't have a column on the project plan. It doesn't fit neatly in a KPI. But it changes everything. It's how people connect. It's how they remember. It's how they believe. It's story. Leadership isn't just about what you say. It's about how what you say lives in people's minds after you're done speaking. And story is what makes it stick. Think about the best leaders you've worked with. The ones who inspired trust, rallied teams, carried vision. Chances are, they didn't just share updates. They shared stories. Maybe it was a personal experience. Maybe it was something they saw go wrong, or right. Maybe it was a metaphor that made an abstract idea suddenly make sense. But whatever it was, you remember it. Because it wasn't just information. It was a narrative you could feel. That's what story does. It gives meaning to the moment. It frames what matters. And it carries the emotion that data alone can't reach. Here's the thing. People rarely change because they were told to. They change because something shifted how they saw themselves. And story is often what creates that shift. A well-timed story can turn resistance into reflection. It can soften a hard truth. It can clarify a complex direction. It can bridge a gap in trust. But more than that, it creates connection. Because leadership isn't just about being understood. It's about making people feel like they're part of something that matters. And story is the thread that ties them into the vision. So how do you tell better stories as a leader? You start by looking for them, not just in success, but in struggle. The moments where you learned something the hard way. The moments that didn't go to plan, but taught you what really matters. The ordinary day where something clicked. The team win that no one else saw, but shaped everything. These stories don't have to be polished. In fact, it's better when they're not. Because people don't connect with perfect. They connect with real. And when a leader is willing to share not just the outcome, but the journey, that's when the team leans in. You don't need to be a natural storyteller. You just need to be aware. Start collecting moments. Jot them down. Name what they taught you. And then, instead of giving instructions, start giving context. This reminds me of the time let me tell you what happened the last time we faced this. This is what I learned when I didn't get it right. When you do that, people stop seeing you as someone who's just telling them what to do. They see someone who's walked through it too. And that's when trust deepens. Here's the deeper truth. Storytelling isn't a tactic. It's a way of leading. It's how we build culture. How we pass down lessons. How we carry values, not just in policy, but in memory. Because the culture that lasts isn't just what's written down. It's what's repeated. It's the stories that get told, and retold, and shape how people think, decide, and believe. So if you're leading a team, don't just ask what they're doing. Ask, what stories are we living right now? And what stories do I need to tell to help them see where we're going? Because the right story at the right time can change the temperature in the room. It can shift fear into clarity, doubt into action. It can build momentum before a single decision is made. Thank you for being here. If this helped you see leadership not just as communication, but as narrative creation, share it. And if you're here to lead not just with direction, but with meaning, subscribe to the Lead Lab. Because facts tell. But stories lead.